Broadcasting live from the Shack in scenic Bellflower, California.
What's up, party people? This is Jose Heredia of Satisfaction Entertainment here at the Crossfader Show. This is episode number 1. And I'm really excited to be here because obviously this is my first episode of the Crossfader Show. And I have here in the studio our co-hosts, starting off with Richard Mojica.
Hi.
And from Mijo Entertainment, Richard Mojica from Mijo Entertainment. Nice. And we got DJ Johnny Aftershock.
Yes, Aftershock Entertainment. How you doing, folks?
So,
nice to be here.
We're still expecting one more person, Jesse Kova, our photographer, and he's due here any minute. But in the meantime, we're going to go ahead and get started. What we want to do is we wanted to create a show for DJs by DJs, and I think I went through this whole thing at Mobile Beat streaming live, and I thought it was really great. I had a fun time.
Yes.
I don't know if you guys saw it.
I saw it, and it was fabulous. It looked great.
I saw you working a lot at Mobile Beat.
I know. It was like I didn't even get to enjoy the show or anything like that.
He was definitely working it.
I think you enjoyed it from what you were doing, right? Because it looked like you were having a lot of fun.
I think I was.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
I was totally into it. I was giving it my 110%.
The interviews were awesome. I think you brought up some great guys. I mean, for me being here in LA and just checking everything out, I mean, I can be there physically in Las Vegas, but I felt like I was there through the stream.
Oh, good.
You know, and the people you were talking to gave so much good information. And, you know, I was just sitting there, writing down the websites and writing down, okay, who's he talking to? Okay, what website can I go to? And it was a lot of good information, and I definitely look forward to being there next year.
Good. Well, see, Johnny has never been to a Mobile Beat, but he will hopefully next year. Richard, how many Mobile Beats did you go
This
to?
was my second one.
Second
Mobile Beat. So got to experience it from there. You know, being there at the show. But then some of the stuff that I missed, I went back to the stream, not to the stream, but to the stuff that's been recorded that you put up.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh man, I forgot that, or I didn't get to see that. So I was like, okay. So next year, kind of like just like you, Johnny, jotting down some notes of what I want to see next year.
That's it.
You know, so that's good because I got to see something else that I missed at the show. So thanks to you.
Oh no, thank
So
you.
that's
And the whole point is so that everybody can go.
Right.
And eventually, we're going to bring in so many DJs that are going to want to be part of the show, you know, come and experience the Mobile Beat for themselves. Because really, in our industry, we don't have anything else like this other than DJ Times has a show, but it's more in the East Coast.
Yeah,
you know,
on the East Coast.
And there is some shows in Europe. I think BPM is a big show.
Oh, okay, that's a big dance one, right? It's a big party. I think I seen it advertised.
I think they have something in Miami, but it's more like a music conference.
Right.
And then they got the NAMM show. But I mean,
That's
specifically
local.
just targeting on DJs, I would say that Mobile Beat is probably the best bet to go.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So for mobile DJs, that's our show.
The other thing with those shows that happen on the east side when it's snowing. I mean, who wants to go to the snow, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, a lot of we had a DJ out there, Brian from Canada, who was here, and Canada is like 10 feet of snow, and they're in Vegas. Nice. Well, it was raining this time, but still a lot. You know, weather conditions are better than Vegas, so that was kind of neat.
Absolutely.
So people want to come to Vegas. They want to come to this side of town or this side of the world.
It's almost like a 2-for-1. It's like you get there for Mobile Beat, but then you get there and you could go gamble and taking all.
That's the other
Vegas
thing.
Attractions and it's just a sensory overload. I could only imagine.
Have you seen the the ads for Mobile Beat? Well, you know, when you go on the website, it's like, you know, the education, the people, the camaraderie, and then the parties.
Yeah,
that's the big thing, and it is Vegas, right? People go to Vegas to loosen up.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
It was a lot of fun.
But you know, it's funny because you go to Vegas and there's clubs and parties happening all the time. But when you go to Vegas with other DJs, it's just a different level.
Yeah,
you know, you get to party, you get to loosen up your hair. Where normally, you know, I'm one way with my friends, and they know I'm crazy, they know I'm stupid. But then I hang out with my friends, DJ friends like Richard. And all these new friends that I met at Mobile Beat, then it's like they understand me. They know where I'm coming from.
Right,
they know how crazy and kooky I am because they're crazy and kooky as well.
It's that camaraderie.
Absolutely.
It's that you know, being in your own element.
Yes, yes, absolutely. So what we're going to talk about today is Mobile Beat.
Awesome.
And while we're talking about Mobile Beat, we're going to try to see if we get Richard on Skype. Sorry, not Richard.
No, I'm here.
You're here.
I'm in the studio.
We're going to try to get Brian Red. He was our surprise guest. I was trying to get a lot of guests a lot of people who would be on the show. Unfortunately, I could not get the people that I wanted. But
so we were like his backup
confirm.
plan. You see?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, well, I have to. You know,
and I felt honored when you asked me last week to be your co-host.
No way. Well,
I'm just joking.
for the Mobile Bee show, I knew I wanted you and Jesus.
Right.
Jesus Montoya, who is from DJ Quinto Sol.
Got to work with him last night. It's a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. We did
What
an
did you guys
event.
do?
We were at the Aquarium of the Pacific, and the Aquarium of the Pacific was putting together this fundraiser. It's called Noche de Estrellas, and it's kind of targeted to the Latino community to bring them out there, bring them out there, and make them aware of what's going on at the aquarium, Right. And guests got to go in for kids prize, and they got to experience the whole aquarium. I'm not sure if the aquarium is open up until 10 o'clock at night, but yesterday the event was from like 6 to 10.
Oh, sweet.
And they had a live band. They honored actor Edward James Olmos. They
No
presented
way.
him. Yeah, he does a lot of good work for the ocean. He has all these charities and a lot of not infomercials. What am I thinking about? Commercials. They say, hey,
Like PSAs? Public
yeah.
service
There you go. That's what and they were airing them every so often. And he was out there, man, dancing. And he was having a great time with his wife, and all his family came out to support. So at some point, it was like, hey, what's up, Eddie? We were like talking with this actor. And then when the band would take a break, that's where DJ Quinto Sol would take over. And it was a lot of fun. It was a great event.
Way to go.
And so.
That's awesome, and that's one thing that we DJs often get asked to do is fundraisers. How do you guys deal with fundraisers? I mean, do you do them? Do you try to avoid them?
You know what? I think it's a good idea to do fundraisers. A lot of time I get asked for the church to do fundraisers, and I do it. Hands down. I just go set up. Usually it's on a Sunday, it's on a Saturday during the day. If I can fit it in, I don't have a gig. Where I leave at 3 o'clock and I can fit that in. I'm gonna do it. Because then you could just have your business cards out there. People could see you. You're playing music. They see your equipment.
Right.
If it's more like in a darker area, they see your lighting, and that just basically generates more leads for you.
Exactly. How about you, Richard?
Kind of similar to you. I mean, if it doesn't interfere with the job, I'll do it. I'm very involved with the YMCA. So when I used to live in Boyle Heights, it was the East LA YMCA, and they put together some really good fundraisers. And just like you said, it's a great exposure. I moved to San Gabriel Valley, so right away, went to hit up the San Gabriel Valley YMCA. Been involved with them, so. Like you said, just great way to get exposed, and the type of people that come out to support these fundraisers are the type of people that are gonna need a DJ at some point. So it's good. It's a good exposure, definitely.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, going back to Mobile Beat, and I brought here the goodie bag. I don't know if you guys can see it, and I just wanted to lay out all the materials that they passed. So you guys can go ahead and grab some too, and just poke through it and see what interests you. I remember there was a lot of good seminars that I could not attend because I was doing the streaming. But Richard, since you happened to be at a lot of the seminars, what did you think? Was it informative?
A lot of this, yes, it was very informative. The only drawback is that sometimes you got two great seminars going on at the same time.
Yeah,
and that's you have to decide between one or the other.
You gotta flip a coin, huh?
Either that or you just not show up to either one. That was just kind of going party. So
there was some free seminar. I know that I saw the one seminar, or actually two. Was the one that we went to on Monday, the Quinceañera one. That was okay. I think that we as Latinos kind of saw it as like, okay, this is kind of like a refresher. We knew a lot of it, but there was a lot of stuff that we thought was, wait a minute, their enunciation of the, Spanish words were a little bit off, could have been better. But overall, I'm glad that they brought in the quinceañera. At least expose it to the DJs.
I think that's major. I think that's really awesome that they actually took the time to. They know that the Latino events are getting really big out there, and I think that's good that they decided to focus on that and actually have somebody come down and speak on that.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember the name of the host for that seminar?
I don't.
It was Cheryl Q Productions.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay, off the top of my head, I remember. Yeah, I remember the Q too. But Cheryl, and this is the first time I hear it. So padrinos would be the main padrinos would godparents, right? And
godparents, we call them padrinos.
We call them padrinos.
She called it differently, right?
Well, no, the godparents are still the padrinos, and then the sponsors, she called patrones. So on our way back from Mobile Beat, I put that up on my face. Yeah, it was like, well, how do you feel about that? Calling a padrino a patron. No, a sponsor a patron. For us Latinos, patron is like the boss.
Yeah.
And
the boss, like the overseer, like the whip.
And to those that don't speak Spanish, or they think that's the best tequila in the world.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I didn't even think about
the tequila.
Right. The patrones, right?
But it's. I'm thinking maybe it's a regional thing because quinceañeras have different terminologies in different places and different customs. I'm thinking maybe it was that that she called it Patrones, and that's where they call that over
that's-
there where she's at. I
in
think
their
she's in
region.
Florida.
East, yeah. Well, I think so.
East Coast, somewhere like that.
I
But
don't
right
know.
here in California, there's no such word, patrones, in the quinceañera terminology.
Well, I thought about it. I mean, how would I feel about using that? And I think myself, if I were a sponsor and I was called a patron, I don't know. I wouldn't be too happy about that. You know. So how do you feel? Would you use patrones too?
I probably wouldn't. No. I
Yeah,
wouldn't do
so-
that now.
You know what? If you can get your microphone a little bit closer, Johnny, we can hear Richard good.
Am I popping? That's
We're all popping. Don't
Okay,
worry about
good.
How's
it.
that better?
Yeah,
Good?
that's a way better.
Okay. All right.
all right.
So
good.
yeah, patrones, not really so much.
So
No,
that one
no,
was a
I
good
use
one,
that.
definitely. I mean, just to sit through it, and I think we got some goodies, right? Didn't you win something at that?
Yeah,
like,
I wanna
like a
see- I put it
some
in one
promo
of the
only,
bags.
and I got I don't know if it was that one, but I got something too. Oh no, I got to go up there.
Oh yeah, you
Yeah,
were
so
supposed
I
to be
got-
like this judge. Yeah,
that
that's
it?
what I got.
Right.
That's what I
So
wanted.
there it is.
There
yeah.
we go. You got a CD.
Exactly. So
Right.
you got to be a judge, but I didn't hear you judge a lot. I wasn't like Simon Cowell up there.
No. It was just my Spanish came in handy, you know. And what it was is she had some non-Spanish speakers read some stuff in Spanish, like chambelán or
Yeah.
quinceañera,
Yeah.
and we were the judges as to if they said it right or if they could do it a little better. You
Right. Saw Doc Dewberry up there.
know? Yeah, that was fun.
I saw DJ Brenton, who's one of our friends that we hung out over there. And big shout out to all those people. And there's some other DJs, but I really don't
Right.
know them.
Yeah, no. I know Doc. Yeah,
Good.
absolutely.
And I was able to capture that, and I uploaded to YouTube a little quick video and stuff like that. So, what other seminars did you see that interest you?
The other one in Vegas that was really good was the inspirational seminar, and this is the one about I can't remember the host. They were talking about it, but it was just kind of the they were acknowledging what everybody has done to get to what they are. You know, the big names in the industry like Peter Mary,
Right.
Peace Thomas, all these DJs, and just what they've done to the work to raise the level of the DJ industry.
Right.
Yesterday morning, I was down in Orange County in Anaheim, doing helping one of my friends do a bridal show down there. You know, just to kind of set up because, and this was DJ Sean Lee from Masters of Ceremony Entertainment. Excuse me. And DJ Sean was setting up in one side, and the bridal show was happening somewhere else. So I was helping him out with that. But I ran into one of the DJs that they mentioned yesterday, and this was his company is Invisible Touch, and this is Robert Arthur. You know,
Yeah,
and I saw him, and I recognized him from the photo, and I said, hey, I saw you in Vegas. And he's like, oh really? I don't remember you. I must have been that happy or drunk or whatever. And I said, oh yeah, I saw you on the screen. And he's like, yeah, the inspirational seminar. He wasn't expecting it, it was just like something that people were talking about it. And that was really neat. He's like, you know what? It was really great that they honored me in that way, because what he does, I mean, Invisible Touch, great company, big company. And also he's a full-time dad. So he's got his children that he takes care of, and he manages this big company. So I thought it was really cool to acknowledge what he does as a business side, and then also and his private life, and that was just one of the many that they talked about. They talked about Mark Farrell. They talked about other DJs, and these are the DJs that that they really inspired you to do great things. I mean, they inspired me, So
if it wasn't for these DJs, we wouldn't have Mobile Beat or seminars or presentations. Going back to Mark Farrell, Peter Mary, all these guys, they're really inspirational for me. They were a big mentor in my coming up of being a professional DJ, a mobile entertainer. Randy Bartlett,
Right.
another. Wow, there's so many, and I apologize if I don't mention them all. I hate to throw out names.
Right. I feel the same way right now.
Scott Favor is another one who really brings it out, and all these DJs every year seem to have a different presentation. Sometimes they'll skip a presentation or two, or a year or two of Mobile Beat, but there are always names that are very familiar and very reputable. Larry Williams is another one,
Right.
and I hope that in the future we get new blood, new people that come out and do great presentations on different topics.
We need a Latino DJ in that group. That's how I feel.
Oh, good.
You know?
Yeah, I'm glad that you brought that
I'm
up.
about to bring it up to Peter Mary and say, how does he feel about saying Pedro Feliz? How would that be?
Feliz Pedro.
Feliz
Should be the
Pedro,
other one.
right? Pepe
Exactly.
Feliz. Yeah, that would be good. You could be a Latino representative in that.
There should be. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to dedicate a show just for Latino DJs. And I'm already talking to some DJs online to hopefully be a guest. I don't know if you remember Cesar Cosio.
No, I don't.
Cesar Cosio just became a friend of mine. And he was that DJ that one year I kept talking about that brought in these big, giant stage floor from Guadalajara. And I just happened to be a friend on Facebook just the other day, and I was really excited. I told him, dude, I need to interview you, because they gave him a Lifetime Achievement Award, the American DJ Association.
Well, he brought tequila to the entire group.
That was the best one. And that was the memorable. For those of you who don't remember, it was Mobile Beat 2006.
Okay.
And he was acknowledged. And for his kind of like presentation, his turn to play, he brought out an entourage of waiters that had these tequila bottles in these sashes, leather sashes, and would just pour tequila to everybody. It was nonstop tequila. Of course, hilarity ensued, and we had to get a friend of ours some medical attention after he had too much to drink. We'll leave that to a private session.
Right.
Yeah,
We'll talk about that. That'll be in a
awesome.
future show. So,
But Johnny, since you've pretty much are going to a future mobile, but what are some of the seminars that you would like to see?
I think just anything that touches on getting your business out there. I think marketing is key right now. And I think Facebook and MySpace and emailing and whatnot is great. But I definitely want to see some more marketing information out there, on how to network, how to get more customers, how to get your name out there, better branding and whatnot. As far as the skills go and whatnot, I think everybody could always increase their skills, especially on the mic. I think mic skills are always important as well. And I want to see more equipment. I want to see maybe something that's not so heavy, something that probably could be, is going to be a little bit lighter on the back. And I'm sure, they're going to keep on making stuff like that. I mean, I think they already have, what is that? The Bose system.
Yeah.
It's just two little,
That's
cylinders
a lot
just,
of DJs
connect
have
together. And, the basses are like the bass units are super, super light. So, I think it's already getting there. I think they've already done their job, but it's always incredible to see just how much gear is coming out, and especially, from American DJ and all these other manufacturers, just these great products that they're putting out for mobile DJs. They see that we are just basically a big force, and they're really coming out and serving us properly. Oh,
good. I'm glad that hopefully people who are producing the show, Ryan Berger and Mike Bunn, of course, are seeing this show, and they get to hear exactly what you want to see, and they'll be able to schedule that in. Yeah. And hopefully I'll get those producers on the show sometime so that they can give us the new stuff that's coming out for 2011, because that's the big thing now. Is 2011. They're putting out information about 2011.
Oh, good.
Do you know anything about 2011?
Not yet. No, I haven't heard anything.
Very quiet.
There is one thing I do know, and that is 2011 marks the 20th anniversary for Mobile Beat.
Oh, it's going to be big then.
Something I found out.
It's a big milestone. Yeah, so
that's got to be something really big. Hopefully they are. Do you hear that?
I sort of heard it. Yeah.
For those of you who probably didn't listen to that.
Is that Brian?
No, that is my wife, Blanca. Blanca's watching us right now, and she's sending us a text. She says, you guys need to get closer to the mics.
Closer to the mics.
Closer to
How's
the mics.
this?
Hello. So hopefully...
1 2 1 2.
Hey,
there we go.
This show is going to turn into one of those nightly shows.
Yes.
Yeah, this is getting there.
I always listen to what my wife says, so you guys should too. Anyways, let's see who is on, who's talking to us right now online. We have Amaze DJ. He's on.
What's up, Amaze?
DJ Bo Entertainment. What's up, my friend?
What's up, DJ Bo?
And Mr. Don Man. Is that what it is? Let's see. Let's refresh right here. Don Man 22.
DJ Raymar.
Raymar says you guys need to get closer to your mics.
Yeah,
Raymar,
there you
what's
go.
up,
Be
Ray?
like, what's
How you
up,
doing?
DJ Raymar?
See, that's another DJ, Ray Martinez. He is one of those inspirational DJs. If you don't know who Raymar is, you guys got to Google him. You guys got to check him out. He is an author too,
Right,
and
nice.
recipient of awards from the American DJ Association, and just an incredible guy. If you guys don't know him, you guys got to look him up. He's a real good friend of mine. I really love that guy.
Well, isn't he also the face of QSC speakers?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, he's
Every
the
time
spokesperson.
I think of QSC, I think of Raymar.
I think about him, hanging out on top of the speaker there.
Yeah. So
Nice.
Raymar, good shout out to you guys. Hopefully you're enjoying the show. Who else is on there? Uptown Express. That is Stefan Jazz from Canada.
Oh, wow.
Nice. What's up, Stefan?
He's a great friend that we got to meet. And Stefan is also a YouTube DJ.
Awesome.
I wanted to get your opinion about YouTube DJs since I am one of the YouTube DJs. But what are your thoughts? Are you guys on YouTube?
Go ahead.
I use YouTube. I've seen a couple things. As far as DJ goes, I will listen to the mixes every once in a while. I'll check out some DJs and see what they got going on. But as far as like maybe seeing something like a turntable list where they're doing all this crazy cutting and going back and forth, it's really hard to really enjoy it on YouTube. I guess because it has kind of like that little delay kind of a delay to it. But other than that, I mean, yeah. I think it's awesome just to see what people are doing, what they're using, the equipment that they're on, making the mixes. Whether they be Pioneers or Torque or Serato or Virtual DJ, whatever the case may be.
Oh, cool.
It's great to see them. What they are actually using in the mix.
Wow, that's awesome. I'm sorry, I was listening to you, but I was also getting some phone calls on Skype. A couple of people trying to contact us. Hopefully, we can get them in because I do want to have somebody I could see on the screen, and we could share with them their thoughts too. So I have here, it's me, Mr. Don Pan, David. Oh, it's David.
David Lopez.
David
yeah.
Lopez.
I just had a conversation with him last week. I think.
No way. Well, let me see if we can contact him and call him up and get him on the screen. Hello, David. Can you hear us? No. Let's see if I can do this. Sorry, guys, if we're doing this kind of slow because everything is I don't think he can hear us, or maybe we can hear him. Maybe. Let's see here. I'm so sorry, guys. So here we go. Let me see if I can do this. Turn off mirroring. And all this will be edited in post.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
It's all good for sure.
but it's obviously live, so people can still see us. So
Now, does this get posted to your YouTube as well, or it's just
what we're gonna do is we're gonna have this available through our Ustream channel. It's being recorded to our Ustream channel.
Mm-hmm.
See, here's the call. I think this is Raymar, and if I can see, no, he may be able to. I think what's happening is they can't hear us. Something's going on with my audio into this thing. So let's see if I can. If I unplug, we're not going to be able to hear it. So this is output. I'm sorry, guys. I don't know if we're going to be able to do it. What we'll do is we'll continue on with the show, and once we finish the show, we'll go back and try to call people on Skype, and we'll, it won't be recorded, but it'll still be broadcast.
Okay, sounds good.
So sorry, guys. David Lopez, Raymar. I know you guys want to call in. I'm still not understanding what's going on as far as our audio. So going back to our mobile beat discussion, and you know what? When you brought up the Latino DJ thing. And I think a lot of DJs out there also want to see some type of ethnic type of, DJ explaining his performances. And I met a cool DJ who's based out of Detroit, and he is an Indian DJ.
Wow.
Indian, like from
India, right?
India,
right?
Oh wow!
And his name is Naveen. And
Okay.
he introduced himself. We talked, and I accepted him as a friend on Facebook. And he's got a lot of cool pictures online on the events that he wants to do. And his plan is to do a presentation next year at Mobile Beat about Indian weddings. Here in Southern California, I don't know, you guys could agree with me that we do have a big Indian community.
Yes.
Not too far from here, as a matter of
I
fact.
think like
Fullerton?
right in Cerritos.
Yeah.
In the Cerritos area
Oh, right
as well.
around here. Okay.
Yeah, and there's probably other places too, but would that be something that you would be interested in DJing, or would you want to observe an Indian wedding?
I've been asked a few times. I actually did a Japanese wedding, and the funny thing about it is that it was all 80s. They wanted all 80s. It was all 80s wedding, and it was over in Burbank, and it was actually a Latino marrying a Japanese. So it's almost like we had to cut it in half. Like it's like one half of the room was very traditional Japanese. They had the ice sculpture with the Japanese saying in it, and on the other side it was more like, hey, here's the Jägermeister, and let's get. So putting those two elements together was pretty awesome. But I mean, as far as doing just a straight Indian a wedding or something to that effect, I don't think it would be any different than doing just a straight Latino event. You just got to know,
I agree.
The subtleties and what they want to hear, what they want to say, the rituals that they go about doing, and just having a good itinerary. And I think anybody could get that rocking through.
How
as
about
they
you,
do.
Richard?
Yeah, I think for us, we would probably like to observe first before we jump into the water. Just
Of
because
course,
yeah.
wouldn't feel comfortable doing something that I've never done, and even it would take a little bit of observation. You know, before I started doing weddings in my company, we must have attended 100 weddings just to get everything done right. You know, and then you're right. I mean, a lot of these events they're not too different from one another, and a lot of these events are also becoming I don't know what the word is, Americanized, you know.
Yeah,
so they kind of follow a similar pattern: Latino events, Indian events, Japanese events, you know, and you know that we've done them all. So figured we could do them. So
would you want to see on Mobile Beat a seminar on different cultural events?
I think that would be awesome. I think it would be educational.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think it'd be worth a sit down.
Absolutely. What other seminars? Maybe let's talk about gear now.
okay,
You know, because I know that there's tons of gear. Again, was busy doing my streaming, did not have the opportunity to go to the exposition floor and check out some of the gear. That's what I really love. Did you see any pieces of equipment?
Right here.
Controllers? What is that?
this is the VZ LED spot from American DJ. This is their new light. They actually had one of the not a seminar, but they had a whole thing where they were showing how to use it and what it does. And LED is becoming very popular, as you both know. You know, that's eco-friendly. It's lighter. It runs a lot longer, and it's just as bright as conventional light bulbs. But this is the one piece of gear that I saw it and it blew me away, and I thought, man, this is good. So today, after I'm done here, I've already contacted the person that I get my gear from, Cliff Bell.
Oh, sweet.
I got to drive over to American DJ in Bell Gardens and pick 2 of these up.
Nice, nice. Have you ever been to the factory?
I have.
Oh,
just
yeah.
to.
It's like a DJ's
Dream
come true.
Yeah, definitely.
Have you, Johnny?
Yeah, I've been there. So, I went there. I actually DJ'd for the booth for the NAMM show for American DJ.
Oh, sweet.
And I met with Tom Ferret out there, and he's the one that hired me out. And I was there to showcase the Radius 1000s at the NAMM show. And this was actually last year at last year's NAMM. And so, he had me walk the warehouse, and I was just blown away. I mean, they were just sitting there setting up, the 2 big booths that they basically had. So they do kind of like a pre-setup and get it all working, and then just pack it back up and then go to the NAMM show and reset it up again.
Wow.
So it was pretty cool to see all that. And I think the thing that really got to me was just like they kind of had I think Tom called it the graveyard, and they just had all this old massive amounts of gear just kind of sitting there like, dude, I'll take that one and that one. It's like it's not in use, it's used, maybe broken, you know what I mean? But it's just kind of sitting there. It's just like, wow, all this gear, that's just sitting there. But big shout outs to my man Leo out there too. Leo's the guy that I usually go to, and he hooks me up and get some nice stuff. But that's what's up with American DJ.
Yeah, American
Great guys.
DJ is
Very nice
one
place.
of the best lighting companies out there for mobile DJs.
Absolutely.
There's other companies out there.
Right, Martin, Chauvet.
I don't want to make it into a commercial for
but they're a big
lighting
supporter.
companies.
They're a big supporter of what we do.
Yes.
Absolutely. Now, if they become a sponsor, then that changes the game. Not
Tom
We'll have
Ferret,
commercials.
give me a call, Tom.
But what I saw and what I didn't see it at the show, but what's on my wish list is the Revo 4.
Right.
The
That
Revo 4
is-
looks beautiful. It
Isn't
looks
that
amazing.
a beautiful piece of light?
It's a square as opposed to the round.
Yes.
And they're like, if anybody doesn't know what the heck we're talking about, the Revo 3
we have
has
a-
these beautiful LED, and it's this
we
wonderful,
show it?
colorful lights.
Let's see if we can.
And
bring
they're
it
like,
into-
they're round. They're just these little circles. And then usually what I see DJs doing is they basically just light up a whole top of a ceiling. And it just looks fabulous. And you guys could YouTube it and check it out as
man.
well.
I have the Revo 3. and
Yeah, I've
that's
seen
an
that.
Awesome light.
I've seen it.
as
Awesome.
is,
That
but
looks great.
The Revo 4 just adds so much more where it's a square panel,
Right.
And you can the patterns that it does. It looks almost like scanner type. Where a moving head or scanner type of effects, and really really nice light. Any other piece?
I'm
of
excited
equipment
about
you
that
saw?
one.
Well, not equipment, but they had seminars talking about software. Software, and for me, I use booking software to manage all my bookings, and it's eWebman.
Oh,
and
really?
the people from
Yes.
eWebman were out there, and it was kind of like just hearing out what people would want to see in future versions of eWebman. And they're constantly updating them, so it's really neat. That they were out there, they were jotting down notes, and like one of the representatives from eWebman was saying, he's like, as we're talking about it, I could be working on it and it'll be up, just that quick. So that was really neat to see. And, you just kind of hearing them out. Some of the problems that they've been having, like when you print out a form to save it as a PDF, the margins are all, questionable. And he said, yeah, well, we're working on that, and this is what we're working on, and this is what we want to hear. So they were kind of taking everybody's input into developing the better software for the DJs for us to use.
Right.
So that's another piece of equipment or product or thing that I use. It's
Good.
eWebman.
Oh wow!
Webman.
Yeah.
So it's like a online planning, coordinating your DJ's thing too.
Yeah, no, it's beautiful. I mean, it saves us so much time. I used to use Excel to manage our, just everything. The calls coming in, everything going out. But eWebman makes it so much easier, and it's also it's more affordable now than what it used to be. Their previous version was DJ Webman, and that was a little bit higher. Now they price it based on how many bookings you do per year. So if you're a DJ that only does less than 10 bookings, you get to use the full software, no restriction, for free.
Nice.
Less than 10 gigs, Nice. If you do over 10 gigs, 10 to 50, it's a certain amount. And then you do like from 10 to 100, which is what my company does, then it's like $49, which is really affordable. I mean, it looks so much more professional. You put your logo on your forms. Forms are going out as emails. It's awesome. It helps you manage leads and calls and everything that goes in and out of your DJ company. The most beautiful thing about this software is that when it comes to tax season, which is what we're on right now, it gives you a full report of what came in and what went out to pay your DJs. So
I see.
Well, so that helps out a lot.
What I'll do is I'll dedicate a show about management software, management systems. They just put it out there because there's many systems out there, online,
right,
offline. I use offline myself. Something that I created, and we'll talk about that. And hopefully we'll get somebody from eWebman to come and talk about their
sponsorship.
There you go. Yeah, and I'm sure they'll love to do it. One of the things that I brought up and I asked them because with the new iPad and the iPhone, all the things he said, we're working on an app. There's an app for that.
Dude.
That's awesome.
How awesome would that be? I mean, you're at a show and you're
talking.
So that's one thing that I know, like you said, all the other companies out there, but eWebman, they listen and they're like, all right, well, we're working on that.
Absolutely.
Nice.
And I'm glad that we're talking about iPad and iPod. What do you guys think of the iPad? Is that a possibility that you could use as a tool in your DJ arsenal?
You know what? I've seen the keynote speak. Where you're talking about it and kind of like
Steve Jobs' presentation.
The presentation of Steve Jobs, and there was just so much stuff. I mean, it's mind blowing. I think I'm gonna wait a little bit and see what DJs use. I'm sure we'll get some YouTube videos as to what DJs are gonna start doing with it. Yeah. And then I think from there it's gonna just probably blow up. But we'll see how that goes.
I think for me, I'm gonna use it more to manage, to present. And I think we discussed this, right?
Absolutely. I think we were talking about what if you had an iPad at a bridal show?
Imagine how cool that would be. Yeah, video and taking leads and just everything is there.
Yeah.
You're not.
And Jose, what software were you talking about? You said you just got some kind of awesome new software that takes payments. Wouldn't that be awesome to have, the pad and then check on, hey, okay, let's sign. Hey, you have a credit card? Let's sign you up right here, right now.
Well, yeah, I think there's. I was seeing coverage of CES, and they have these little swiper things that you could attach to your iPhone.
Right, I heard about that. That's
you create an account, and then you could just swipe and do point of sale right at the show floor.
Wow.
So
that's what's up.
Technology is coming out and making it possible for these things to happen.
That's what's up.
And that's what's really excited about all this stuff. And really, this is why I'm doing this show, because the technology is there. 5 years ago, we could not be sitting here doing a live streaming show.
No.
But now we can, and that's why I'm kind of doing it.
That's it.
I mean, technology, all these goodies, all these stuff that we love, it's still half the job. You still got to have some kind of talent. Right?
Yeah.
You can't.
Yes.
Everything okay?
No, everything.
Okay, well, you can't have the best toys and just be a weak little DJ. So
absolutely.
You gotta make sure how to use them.
What we're gonna do is we're gonna check out what they're talking about on the chat board. Let's see here. We were talking about iPad. DJ, Mr. Dom. I can't get that pronunciation. You guys can help me out. But
DWP
Man 22, no flash on iPad. That was a lot of things that people kept complaining about.
Personal thing between Apple and who makes Flash? Acrobat or
it was
Adobe? Yeah,
Adobe,
so that's a personal
Flash
thing there, right?
Yeah, well, a lot of people are starting to complain about Flash altogether, and they're trying to make a movement to get rid of it. And now we got HTTP5.
Right.
HTML5 that's going to probably replace that. And then there's also H.264, which will definitely be a new, that is currently a new technology for streaming video. So what else are people saying?
Oh, your wife is saying that the calls are coming in at your home.
Oh, great.
And it's, another person saying Skype won't work while on the stream.
Oh, you know what? It will work. I think I have to open the stream first and then the Skype. What I did is when I came in, I opened a Skype, and it just kind of took over, my camera and took over everything else. So we'll try it out in a little bit after we're done with the show, which we're almost done. And this is the part of the show where I would probably say a few words about our sponsors. So right now we have no sponsors.
Right.
I do want to acknowledge our main supporter, which is my wife. Thank you very much for supporting.
All right.
us. and pretty much keeping up with what I'm doing.
Awesome.
But we're almost towards the end of the show, and that's where I kind of took a little idea from Leo Laporte and their podcast. It would be the pick of the week. Is there what we're going to do on every show, and our guests and our co-hosts will have the opportunity to, express their selection of a tool, a software, a gear to other DJs to help in their business and their DJ performance. Mm-hmm. So we'll start with you, DJ Johnny. Do you have a pick of the week?
Oh, my pick of the week. You know what? I was a very much a Serato guy. Serato, Scratch Live was the main thing for many DJs. Mm-hmm. And I think it's an incredible piece of software. What I used to use was the Denon 3700s. Mm-hmm. And what I wanted was a piece of software that could emulate very much what that turntable, that CD deck did in forms of, hot cues, sampling, scratching, and all these various other, cool effects. What I noticed with Serato, I don't know what the versions are now. I know that they got into Ableton integration and whatnot. But I think the thing was with that is that I wanted something, like I said, to have all these cool effects, and because as mobile, as wedding DJs, we need to be able to maybe echo some stuff out. We don't want to play the whole song. Maybe some of us don't have the time or the editing software to do that ahead of time. To get that into a CD deck or throw that into MP3 and have that ready for the wedding. So echoes and filters and flangers are a lot of stuff that we need to use to get into transitions or to start another song and whatnot.
It's essential if you're mixing.
And for me, I guess my pick of the week would be the Torque software with the Exponent. I got the Exponent MIDI controller, and that thing is just awesome. I mean, it's just so compact. It's so fun to use. It's almost like having two CD decks and a mixer right there in front of you. I actually have one in the car. I'm sorry I didn't bring it down, but I'll let you guys check it out.
Oh, really? So you have the controller?
I have the controller here. So
maybe next time
there you go.
We'll talk about.
So that would be my pick of the week. The Exponent by M Audio and the Torque software. I think they're at 1.5, and that is also by M Audio software. So that would be my pick of the week.
Thank you very much, GJ Johnny Aftershock. Yes. How about you, Richard?
My pick of the week has to be, and this has been for the last few weeks, the K-Series speakers by QSC. Just nice. Picked up. And you were talking about lighter, better equipment. Did you guys hear that?
Oh, yeah. I know that you bought 4.
I bought about 2 pairs of those K-Series speakers. And God, I want to thank my girlfriend, too, for supporting me and allowing me to do that kind of thing. That's a big that was cool. Yeah, that was a big chunk. But I'm so happy with them. I mean, they're lighter. The sound being produced by these speakers is so great, And I bought them. I used them at my first event, and then we went out to Mobile Beat, and they were out there. The QSC had a room in the Riviera, down on the convention floor, and they were showing the new speakers, and so I got to talk to some of the people there, and my experience, and they were showing me what to do with them and how to adjust them, and came back home. Put those changes into effect, and they sound just great.
I actually think a couple people here on the stream are actually agreeing with you. It says, I picked up K10s in the sub. Those speakers are amazing. Holy cow. Great sound. Thanks for mentioning the QSE series. So
you know what?
K10 just rock. I was a big, and I don't know if... is JBL hitting you up for sponsorship?
Nobody is hitting up for
I don't want to talk bad about JBL, no. But and they're great. I love JBL for many years, and I know a lot of DJs. We use JBL speakers.
I use JBL.
Yeah. I mean, I continue. I'm gonna hang on to my 15-inch Eons.
There you go.
Because the sound that they came out, I still like them. They're rugged. The second generation. But
what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to bring up the website for our folks. To
the K10s, yeah, they're right there. The other big thing about the K series speakers, QSC. If you register your speakers after you buy them, gives you they double up the warranty. So instead of 3 years, now they're 6 years, and this warranty is transferable.
Nice.
So if I sell them to somebody else, they get to enjoy the rest of the warranty, whatever's left.
So let's see. We have the amplifiers, loudspeakers. Let's go to there, And our people at home are watching this right now, so they get to go
Click on a K series in the bottom.
Oh,
maybe?
there it is.
Yeah.
K series. So let's see. Which one did you get?
K10s.
K10.
So the
this puppy right here?
there. Yes.
Nice. And what is it that you think was the one the straw that broke the camel's back? What was it that as soon as you heard this, okay, I'm buying them, no question?
I think for me it was the 6-year warranty.
Really?
And not only that, but just the service behind it. Just yeah. Oh, Sam, thank you. The like I said, JBL, my previous speaker provider or whatever, good warranty, great product, but just the service behind that, to back up. I was having some problems with one of my units and had to drive it up. I mean, JBL's nearby.
Yeah.
Drove it up there, dropped it off, went a whole week without, or 2 weeks without the speaker. Went back to pick it up, and the problem was still the same,
Oh, no way.
Uh-oh.
And QSC is right here in Orange County.
Costa
right?
Mesa. Yeah.
Costa Mesa. We've been to the factory, as a matter of fact.
Right. That was the other thing, too. I mean, they opened up the doors. They fed us. They gave us some nice
Nice.
goodies. And, they were so nice. And I thought, well, I think they serve my business. Maybe it's not big business. I'm not buying hundreds of speakers, but at least those 4 speakers. And I'm very happy with them.
Yeah.
I think they got me for life.
And you know what? I think the tour of the factory sold me, and to be a loyal customer for forever, because I got to see firsthand how they're made, and the workers out there
Wow.
making their own boards, and I thought, we would export that work to China or to Asia.
Right.
It's actually here.
It's being done
That's
here.
those
Nice.
things
American
here,
made. That's good.
and
That's great.
really
American
cool.
jobs, right?
So that's your pick of the week. the
That's my pick of the
QSCs.
week. And just to add on one more thing, as I was saying about JBL and all that, and I mean JBL is still great, a great company, and I love their products too. But I mean, now I'm a big fan of QSC. QSC said if a speaker breaks down, you bring it in, we'll give you a loaner.
Oh, sweet.
So
There you
you
go.
you don't have to go out without a speaker, and they're driving distance
Oh,
to
yeah,
LA.
for you,
So
yeah, for us.
yeah, for us right here. So I thought that was great. So they got me for life. QSC, if you're listening to this, I love you, man.
Sponsorship.
Yeah,
Sponsorship.
Quilver Sound Company. There you go,
There you
Mr.
go.
Quilver.
Go ahead and there's-
Right there, sponsorship opportunity right here.
So Johnny, I brought up the
Torque website?
the Torque website.
Yes.
And
As you can see, DJ Enry, world
big-
famous DJ
right,
Enry uses
right.
Torque.
Nice. Nice.
DJ Revolution uses Torque.
Is this the software? Where would I go to?
Yeah, you could
see
just
the
go to. You
software?
could go to. Well, you can see the guys right there. A lot of them are using, the Exponent. A lot of them are using, the Torque software. You can use the Torque software and have it connected. You can use turntables, CD decks with that, or it also comes with a little mixer type of unit that you could just use that solely with it.
Is this the Exponent?
Yeah, that's the Exponent right there.
Ooh, okay.
And you can see it's
got a lot of
basic.
buttons.
It's basically what you see on the software for Torque that's almost like a physical representation of what the software is.
Right.
And there's a lot of buttons, but I mean, it's just so easy to get used to it. I mean, a lot of the buttons are just basically for like hot cues. A lot of them are for samples. Many of them are for basically rewind, play.
Right.
You could do quick scratch, which is basically you could have one song playing, you stop it, you press a button, and it'll automatically trigger in another song. You hit another button, it'll automatically go back to that song again.
Nice.
And of course, you have your kills, whatnot. So for your sound, you want to get rid of your bass and mids.
One thing I always ask a DJ when they're talking about a software is, did that software improve your mixing ability, or did it improve your show?
I think it definitely improved my show. I mean, as far as basically not having to lug in 2 big turntables, a mixer like I used to, or the 2 CD decks and a mixer still like I used to. I just basically walk in with that. It's in an ambo case, set it up on a table, and let's go.
Nice. All right, so my pick of the week, and this was a hard one because I have lots of picks, is actually a little thing I like to I picked up in Mobile B 2009, and it's this little device here. It's called
I like
Bongo
that.
Tie.
Bongo
I
tie.
love these ties. They are so cool. And what it is, it's a little rubber thing that's attached to a wooden peg that looks like a bongo drum. And what I use these is I tie all my wires together, and it's a neat little thing. And I learned something from Richard going to one of his events, or I think you were
I
one of
came
my
to one.
events.
Yeah, and I did your setup. And
Yeah. So what I used to do is I would bring my speaker wire to the speaker, and I would wrap the speaker around the pole to keep it together nice and tight. Well, Richard, what he does is he brings the speaker wire up to the pole right behind it, and he tapes up,
right around.
He tapes up the speaker so that it looks invisible. So when you're looking at it from the front, you're like, oh, there's no speaker wire there.
Oh, no
It's
cable, yeah.
right behind, and it's nice and taped. So what I did, I took it a step further, is I attached 2 bongo ties, one at the top and one at the bottom at the speaker bar using this.
Nice.
And I don't have to waste my tape. I get to reuse these
There you go.
over and over again.
Gaffer's tape, very expensive. Or,
I know.
DJs out there that know, so you use it, and it's like, what, $20 a pop, sometimes 30.
So these bongo ties, let me see if I could bring the website up.
Sponsorship.
They were not at the show this year, though.
No, they were not.
I was really bummed because I was hoping to buy a few.
What I did is I try to keep in contact with the owner. I don't remember his name, but I asked him if he was going to be at the show. He said no, but he did say that he can do a special for all the guys. But I don't know if that's true. Don't quote me. Okay. But I bought him. I bought him at the show, and I brought him in, and I wanted to do a video, like a review, and then I lost them. They were gone. I could not find them, so I was like, oh, so bummed out. So almost a year later, I talked to the guy, and he said, go ahead and buy them online. They're on eBay, and I think they were like $14 for a pack of 4. I think that's what they were. So if you go to bongoties.com, I think that's what it is.
There we go.
And you get to check that out. So that's my pick of the week.
Bongo ties.
Nice
Bongo
and,
ties.
and simple,
All
right?
That's yeah. So what do you guys
no
think?
fuss.
So far, the show is pretty good. Do you think you'd tune in the future? You want to be a guest?
Absolutely.
Definitely. I just love the information. Just hearing from you. I think it's just great information for mobile DJs out there. Definitely.
Good.
Right,
Richard?
and not just DJs. I think like you said, Jesse, there was going to be here.
Yeah.
Other people in the same industry, but in the different areas. Photographers, catering managers,
Vendors, any kind of vendors. Yeah.
Well, I am putting. I'm making a statement right now. I'm making a commitment. I'll look into the camera right there. Or maybe I should look over here. This is my statement to you, folks out there, is that I'm dedicated to this show. I want to bring this weekly show to you guys and talk about different topics. I have already plans in the works to talk about photography, talk about wedding planning, talk about equipment, software. I mean, it's going to be something that I think it's going to be a success in my view. And I really expect all you guys out there who love the show to become a fan. Follow us on Twitter. We have our own Twitter account. It's called The Crossfader Show. And also on Facebook, we have a Facebook page. Become a fan there. And if you're not watching this live, you can always watch our show as soon as we get done editing and putting all the bad parts and cleaning it up and polishing up. You could always watch it. I think it's going to be available on the website at thecrossfadershow.com.
Nice.
Or also, I'm trying to get podcasts, so you can.
Nice.
If you don't want to see the video, you could always download the audio and be able to watch it on the MP3 player that you have, iPod, whatever you guys have. So that's my commitment to you. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is our show for today. Any last comments, Johnny?
Everybody just tune in weekly. It's going to get bigger. It's going to get better. That's the only thing I could say.
I agree. Yeah, just make it a good one.
Good. And how do people get a hold of you before I forget?
They could go to, MySpace/Johnny Aftershock. That's www.myspace/Johnny Aftershock. They could get free mixes there. They could check out all the pictures, events, and I also have a blog, but it's www.aftershockent.blogspot.com.
Thank you. How about you, Richard? How do people get a hold
Smoke
of you?
signals would probably be the best way. Just smoke signals. I'm old school.
didn't know they did
No.
that still.
Yeah, that's why the monster.
Yeah, we light up the fire and then we get a big blanket.
The website would probably be the best one. www.mijoent.com. They can also call our toll-free number. That's 888-MIJO-ENT, or email richard@mijoent.com.
Great, thank you very much.
Ways.
And, of course, you could always reach me at djsatisfaction.com. Send me an email or go ahead and go on the chat and send me suggestions for show ideas. Oh, by the way, I did want to say one thing before we go. I am going to give away a product. I'm actually going to give away an old strobe light of mine. I'll sign it for you guys, for all of you who go on Twitter and put the hashtag Crossfader Show. Okay, that's all you got to do. Put a hashtag, which is the number sign, Crossfader Show, one word, on your Twitter account, and I'll pick a random Twitter account, and you will win an old strobe light of mine.
Awesome.
Signed
Nice.
by myself. But later on, I'm hoping that we can give away actual good stuff.
Well, not only that, but that's going to become a collector's item. This is going to go big. This is going to, yeah.
We have an actual strobe from Jose.
Yeah,
DJ
yeah.
Satisfaction. So that's going to be awesome. So if you do that now until the next show, and the next show I'll announce the winner, and I'll show you the strobe light, and we'll package it up and send it out to you guys. So
There we go.
I don't care if you live in Canada or in Alaska or anywhere. I'll go ahead and try to get that out to you guys.
Worldwide.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching our show, the Crossfader Show by Jose Heredia and our co-host Johnny DJ Aftershock and Rick
Heyo.
Mojica.
Yes.
We hope you guys tune in next week. Crossfader Show fading out.
Thank you for watching the Crossfader Show. Watch us live at thecrossfadershow.com every Monday at 12 p.m. Pacific. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter and Facebook.